Friday evening into the overnight hours, a large complex of severe thunderstorms moved across the entirety of northern Illinois, with heavy rain, strong winds, and hail. Let's take a look at infrared satellite for the past 48 hours. First, you can see Thursday night storms flaring up. These were mostly non-severe, but some of us did wake up to quite a bit of thunder early Friday morning. Then, everything cleared out and we were left to bake in the sun all afternoon Friday. This led to temperatures climbing up into the mid-90s, with tropic-level humidity. By Friday evening, the atmosphere was extremely unstable, and you could see how as soon as the front moved closer, it went off like a bomb. Here's a similar look, but each little symbol on the map represents a lightning strike. All that energy being released caused tens of thousands of lightning strikes in just a few hours across northern Illinois last night. Here's a map of severe weather reports so far from Friday. Blue dots indicate wind reports, and green are severe hail reports. The hail reports over the western suburbs were associated with the first cluster of storms that formed during the evening hours. Flooding was also associated with that cluster, especially in the Wheaton-St. Charles area, as these storms did not move much. The rest were wind reports caused by the main squall line that was pushing east-southeast, especially concentrated near the I-80 corridor. While not everyone saw severe wind gusts, many people did, with a few localized areas seeing significant wind damage, potentially even caused by a brief spin-up tornado or two. One area where this may have occurred is the central Kendall into Will County area. You can see here where two different outflow boundaries intersected each other out ahead of the storm, and sometimes these enhanced areas of wind shear can produce significant wind damage or spin up a tornado along a line of storms. No tornadoes have been confirmed by the National Weather Service just yet, but heavy damage has been reported in localized spots, and they are out surveying today. A direct result of what we just saw on radar there is this awesome video sent in to us from Jason Kloss. He was in Minooka looking north at one of those little areas of rotation that we saw develop along the leading edge of those storms last night. This is likely what caused some of those enhanced areas of wind damage. As you can see here, this funnel cloud was hanging halfway to the ground pretty much. As you can see, the whole thing was all wrapped up and spinning. And it does not take much when you get a little enhanced area of wind shear for this to just briefly touch ground and do some damage in a localized spot. But this is just a great view of what we're talking about there, those little spin-ups along the leading edge of that line last night. And a direct result of one of those circulations or funnels that we just saw makes contact with the ground is what happened here out in Millbrook in Kendall County, sent to us from Jeff Kilberg. But you can see pretty significant tree damage, that big limb just barely missing their house, their playset turned over. But these are the types of rather significant but isolated pockets of damaging winds that we experienced across parts of northern Illinois last night. What you just saw there was another area of rotation caught on video by Danny near Coal City last night, and here we have more damage from a church in Minooka from Danielle Riley. And those same storms traveled eastward to produce damage across parts of Will and Kankakee counties. We have these pictures of damage here from Anthony Bellman from Moments in Kankakee County. You can see part of that apartment building is collapsed, it looks like, due to either a tornado or very strong straight-line damaging winds. And of course, these are not the only areas that received damage last night, as it was scattered across a big chunk of northern Illinois. But the National Weather Service is out doing damage surveys as we speak to confirm if and where any tornadoes did occur yesterday. We'll leave you with this 3D loop of cloud tops from yesterday, a neat visual that really shows how tall these storms can be. Red colors indicate tops up to 50,000 feet, and pink colors indicate tops up to 60,000 feet. It's no wonder why some areas saw over 2 inches of rain in under an hour yesterday after looking at this. Hope you enjoyed this event recap from yesterday. Be sure to subscribe and like if you did. Of course, special thanks to our followers for sending in pictures of storm damage too.